What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are powering through the end of Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Rebellion. Last time, Basque fired the solar system, but failed to take out anything of importance. The colony reached to a point of no return. Also, Nina negged Gato into entering the colony. This time, the colony will enter into Earth's atmosphere. Nina and Gato will confront one another in the colony control system, and Ko joins in the cucking. So let's get into this. Gato rushes into the colony. Ko wants to chase him, but he doesn't really have a plan. Synapse gets on the comms and tells him that they are retreating from this sector. But Ko wants to save Nina, as he thinks that she has a plan. Synapse orders him to return, but Ko ignores orders and cuts the comms. While talking to Kelly last episode, Ko had expressed that he is over EFF. Gato leaves his mobile armor in the hands of Captain Maywest, while he goes in to manually put in the final coordinates of the colony. Also, I'm not sure on the translation on this guy's name. It might actually be Norwest, but I'm going to stick with Maywest for now. He simply watches, but wonders if a woman has the ability to take down the Nightmare of Solomon. Because of this, he sends in his own men just in case. So the answer is no. Kelly asks Ko if he knows what he is doing. He says he took down many mobile suits before. Kelly reminds him that shooting flesh is different than looking at a monitor. Ko heads into the colony. He plans on going it alone, but Kelly wants to help him. However, he says this is something he has to handle on his own and locks Kelly inside the Dendrobium Orcus. Inside the colony, Gato and Nina meet eye to eye for the first time in years. He points a gun at her, but then hands it to her. He says, "Hey, you know the final course corrections, and you know what's up. I've done everything I need to make this operation happen. It's all you." Nina yells at him, calling him selfish. This opens up her wounds on her head. Gato helps her dress it up and finally apologizes to her. Kelly hears Keith on the radio. They came in to help out Ko. Kelly wants them to open the hatch, but Chap tells Keith not to talk to the prisoners. Ko barges in, telling Gato to get away from Nina. Maywest's men slowly surround Gato, Nina, and Ko. Before they are able to take a shot on Ko, Kelly barges in and shoots one of Maywest's men. Everyone begins firing. Meanwhile, Basque is informed that the current trajectory is indeed Jaburo. They fire everything they have at it. Everyone on the moon begins panicking. O'Sullivan is informed that Chima and her fleet have been taken out. He gravely misjudged Chima. He begins erasing all documents, and no one can trace this back to him. One of Maywest's men shoot at Ko, but Kelly pushes him out of the way. Nina tells them to stop, or she won't allow him to make the final course correction. Everyone stops firing. Kelly has been hit while saving Ko. Gato wants to know why he changed sides. He didn't change sides, he just had something to protect, and when he was going to drop the colony on the moon, he had to act. Gato says this is just weakness, but Ko says this isn't weakness, this is why they fight. To protect those you care about. Gato puts in the final coordinates, and the colony begins changing its trajectory. Nina wants Gato to come with her, and they could start anew, free from their sins. She puts a lot of blame on herself for creating the Gundams. That is when Gato injects Nina with a sedative, and she passes out. He makes fun of Ko for not being able to protect Nina. He takes her, so she won't interfere with their plan any further. Gato leaves Nina in the hands of Maywest. Gato informs him that the new Zeal has a clear shot of Unit 3 if he wants to take it out right now. Keith notices the mobile armor targeting them and Unit 3. Moncha is on his way to help. Rather than attacking, he rallies the remaining Zeon forces and tells them to retreat towards the Axis fleet. Basque tries to shoot down as many of Gato's men as they retreat. Mayfield's men lets Kelly and Ko go, but that is when Moncha comes in and kills the Zeon soldier. He wants to kill Kelly as well, but Ko will kill Moncha before allowing that to happen. Oliver is still collecting data on the new Zeal, but they are at their limit. If they stay and they are captured by the Federation, they will get wind that Axis was a part of this operation and give them an excuse to attack the asteroid in the future. They have no choice but to pull back. They self-destruct the observation pods. On the outskirts of the Earth sphere, Yuri Hassler and the Axis advanced fleet awaits the Zeon remnants. They can't move any closer without breaking their agreement with EFF. It's okay, EFF's gonna break that agreement in a minute. Ko and Moncha start fighting, but as they make their escape, Alpha uses his beam saber to blast a hole in the colony command center. He does that one move from Thunderbolt. You know which one I'm talking about. This causes Kelly to fly out in the vacuum of space. Moncha did this on purpose to get revenge for burning. Ko gets into the Gundam and detaches the Dendrobium Orcus. Basque wants the Albion to take the fall for all of this, so he fires on the autonomous ship. They can't open up a channel with them, and they are ignoring Synapse. Their port side thrusters go down, and they take refuge in the colony falling towards Earth. Basque gets intel that the colony is no longer falling on Jaburo. That is all he really cares about, so he focuses his attention on the retreating Zeon fleet. Basque is one of those guys that thinks that a colony drop will build character. He doesn't want any of those soft woke people on Earth, man. Gato meets up with Carius. He tells his men to go with the Axis fleet, but he has to take down the Gundam before this battle can conclude. Ko detaches the Stamen with the weapons system. The weapons system gives some features to the Dendrobium, including the 108 tube micro missile pod. the Mega Beam Cannon, and the BOA M82A beam rifle, along with a folding shield. It also makes it look like a knight with a shield and lance. The propulsion system has an electric propulsion engine that converts Minovsky particles to plasma. This theoretically has the ability to go faster than the speed of light. He informs Keith that Kelly was killed by Moncha. He sees Moncha nearby and says, you know what? Fuck this guy. He fires at Moncha and flees to find Gato. Nina wakes up on board the Utgard. Mae West congratulates Nina on doing a fantastic job with the Gundams. He's genuinely impressed at the engineering. He is also just watching and not doing anything still. Moncha chases after Ko, but he doesn't hit back. The two talk shit at one another before Ko penetrates him with the beam cannon, similarly to what he does to Chima in the OVA. However, he doesn't kill him. Keith comes in and calms him down, but that is when Gato in the new Zeal begins attacking. The colony begins breaking up as it enters into the atmosphere. Gato and Ko continue their fight. The new Zeal's eye field is still active. Moncha and Chap head back to the Albion, but Keith heads towards Ko and the battle. On Earth, Jaburo is going crazy as everyone tries to evacuate. A soldier comes to escort Cohen to an escaped Medea. He thinks that perhaps he should stay and go down with the base. Commander Alice Miller barges in and says that is weak-minded of him. She knows that Jaburo won't be hit by the colony because the trajectory changed. Cohen thinks that it was his men who were able to stop it, but Alice informs him that it was done by Zeon themselves. The location of the drop is going to be smack dab in the middle of North America. She believes that Jamatov has been working behind the scenes to ensure that this would happen. It will hit the surface in about 48 minutes. Basque begins attacking the Axis fleet beyond crossing the line of their agreement. Gato and Ko continue their fight. Meanwhile, Mae West tries to get in contact with his team that he sent out. That is when Kelly contacts Mae West. He is alive and found a helmet before losing all oxygen out in space. Kelly can do something for Mae West since he is still in the control center. Gato attacks Keith. He aims his twin beam cannon. Ko also fires a barrage of missiles at Gato. The new Zeal finally loses power in its eye field. Ko tells Keith to return to the Albion. Mae West wonders who Nina is rooting for in this battle, but all she seems to care about is the Gundams. What a weird thing to say. You're a roller coaster of a human. Gato notices the unit's mobility goes down when the eye field is activated and takes advantage of this. Ko has failed at stopping the Gundam from being stolen and failed at stopping the colony drop, but he is going to at least stop Gato here and now. Meanwhile at Lhasa, the people of the base see the colony in the sky. Kelly sends out a message to the Albion before passing out from losing a lot of blood. He also activated something for Mae West as well. Captain Mae West sends in another team to pull out Kelly. The Utgard finally begins making its retreat. They will retreat in the Komsai. Synapse receives a message from Kelly about how to escape from the colony. Ko goes in for another attack. Gato fires, thinking it would activate its eye field, and goes on the defensive. But that attack gets a direct hit on Ko. He didn't activate his eye field, so he wouldn't lose speed. Gato keeps underestimating Ko, but he is barely able to dodge the attack. Mae West forces Nina to make her escape. As gravity gets stronger, the two can now finish each other off. Keith tries to go help Ko, but Moira stops him. Meanwhile, Moncha, Chap, and Alpha go visit Burning's body as they all think they are going to die. They are informed that they received intel from Kelly about leaving the colony, and Moncha realizes he failed at getting his revenge. Meanwhile, Nina asks Mae West to open a communication to the two mobile suits. She tells the two to stop as neither mobile suit can function under gravity and the colony drop is bound to happen, so they shouldn't die in vain. Remember the charges that Mae West put all over the colony earlier. They finally decide to blow them. In the past, Chima came to Mae West about blowing up the colony. They have no intention of being a part of another colony drop. At Jaburo, Alice Miller is starting to get a handle on what is going on. The Laws wanted to inflict minimal damage to the Earth by breaking up the colony, but it is still planning on hitting North America. This is where a good portion of the world's food supply is growing. If they attack this, they will lose 30% of their food supply. The Laws didn't want to kill humans. He wanted to destroy the Earth's food supply. This would force the people of Earth to be dependent on the colonies. Not killing people, but killing their food supplies will, in the long run, still kill the people, but at least it's killing them with a message. Ko is able to defeat Gato, but he hesitates to strike the final blow. Basque forces Yuri and the Axis fleet to retreat and leave the Earth sphere. Karius is concerned because Gato hasn't returned yet. Yuri says that he most likely accepted this fate when he decided to pilot the new Zeal. That mobile armor is a beast and tied to Axis, and if Gato retreated, Basque would use him as an excuse to break the treaty and start a war with Axis instantly. Gato knew he wasn't coming back to Axis with the rest of the gang. Mayfield and his crew escape on a Komsai. Ko destroys the new Zeal and takes the escape pod. He is not going to allow Gato to die here and become a martyr. Ko hears Nina's voice. He rushes to the Komsai. On Earth, Kai Shiden is drinking alone, watching the chaos on the news. He has intel that the area he is at is not going to get hit by the colony drop, so he's just chilling. The colony begins breaking apart and falling to Earth. And that will do it for this episode. Since we are reaching the climax, there is a lot of fighting and a lot of anime dialogue. It gets repetitive, but the action and artwork is amazing. But we do get a lot of Gato going. We are not equals. Oh no, you are underestimating him. Oh, now we are equals, and this is an honorable fight. A lot of that happening. Next time, the Albion will make their escape from the colony and crash land onto Earth. Basque and Hyman instantly make moves to silence this whole operation and point fingers on Synapse. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, if you have a big enough backing, you could throw anyone under the bus. Peace.